Madam Mili Odhiambo, and followed by Honorable Kenan.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving me this opportunity. Mr. Speaker, I'm a member of that committee. And as a member, Mr. Speaker, I want to say that I've actually run out of class to come and speak to this issue. The first time I heard of Archer's post was in 1997, when my office then, or my employer then, the International Federation of Women Lawyers, FIDA, undertook a fact-finding mission on the issues of Batuk. Mr. Speaker, what happened then is that the same allegations that are being raised now were being raised in 1997. And as a matter of fact, there was a British lawyer who took up this matter on behalf of the women who were complaining then and went to the UK, but unfortunately they lost the case because of course, challenges to do with the distance, evidence and all that. But Mr. Speaker, what I can say for a fact is this. Number one, that if you go there right now, where Batuk is, there are many colored children. And they did not appear there by osmosis. When you have colored children, it means a black person and a white person had a child. And they are not, it's not occasional. There are very many, and they are now adults. And Mr. Speaker, they were either born of rape or consensual sex. If they were born of rape, the people who raped their mothers should be held accountable. If it was consensual sex, then the fathers must take responsibility according to Article 53 of the Constitution of Kenya that recognizes even children born out of wedlock. Even in the UK itself, you actually have fathers taking care of their own children. Mr. Speaker, Kenyans have accused this parliament of abdicating its oversight role. And I'd want to challenge Kenyans to listen that this is one case where we are actually following and dealing with the oversight role properly. Mr. Speaker, if you listen to what the PS for Foreign Affairs has spoken about today, it is more sympathetic to the Batuk. As Parliament, we will not be sympathetic to Batuk. We will look at the human rights of our own people. And Mr. Speaker, that does not mean that we do not like the British. The British themselves are protective of their own citizens. And it is embarrassing for us as Kenyans that would allow people on a friendly basis to come to our soil and then violate the human rights of our women, of our children, of our environment, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I'm telling you, I first heard of this is 1997. This now, we are in the year 2024. I don't know how many years those are. And Mr. Speaker, it is for this House to deal with those issues conclusively, so that we don't have not only the British, but any other foreign agency that comes into this country must respect the laws of the country. You can see what America has actually said very recently in regard to Somalis in the US, which is a very unfortunate comment. And I saw the representative there responding fairly well, because America has been known for their democratic ideals. So actually, when you actually single out a community for discrimination, it is wrong. But you can see that what they are trying to do is to protect their citizens at home. But in the same vein, Kenya must protect its own citizens at home. We can't be saying that because we are being given XYZ, that then we put a blind eye to what is going on in our own country. Mr. Speaker, I'm very happy and proud that I sponsored the Treaty Making and Ratification Act for reasons such as this, so that when there are treaties that are being done or made in this country or being ratified, Parliament must have a say. So I would want to urge that let them bring that treaty, that agreement, and let us make sure that issues of human rights protection, issues of protection of our environment, issues of injury from the trainings that are going on are very well taken care of, and that Kenyans are not taken advantage of. Mr. Speaker, I can see that my time is up, but I want to say that I'm fully in support. This committee did undertake over 1 year of research work, of consultative work, and I want to confirm that we didn't receive anything from the Batuk, even though now I am seeing in the media that they are saying that the committee didn't give them a chance. The committee gave them a chance. They did not talk. So let them be honest and let them protect Kenya. They are our friends, but they are our friends only to the extent that they protect our rights. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I support.
Actually, for the benefit of you and the rest, this matter of the unexploded ordinances was there, the parliament before you. You're talking about the 8th parliament, 7th parliament, the issue was still there. And of course, there was the one in which a Kenyan lady was killed by a Marine way back around those times. Anyway, the Honorable Kenan, have you considered the possibility of taking the DNA of those crossbreed children and giving it to a lawyer in the UK? Because all British citizens do have their DNA bank. And that responsibility is there. Yes.
Respond to that. Yes. Mr. Speaker, when the matter that came up in FIDA in 1997 was taken, there was limited access to DNA.
Now
but indeed, it's something that we need to consider right now because they can't get away making young.
Absolutely.
One of the cases we dealt with was a 14-year-old girl. There is no consent for sex with a 14-year-old girl.
Yeah, but if you take now the DNA from all these children, and then you take this, what do you call the DNA results you have back to the UK, and engage the UK DNA banks, you will be able to get everybody who was responsible. Proceed, Honorable Kenan.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I had the opportunity, being the chairman emeritus of this committee, I had the opportunity to go through this 98-page report. Mr. Speaker, from the onset, let me say there were two issues. The issues highlighted by the committee on the violation of human rights, the issue of sexual abuse allegations, the issue of environmental destruction, the issue of employment and labor concerns, the issue of accountability deficit, the issue of communal and social impact projects, and Mr. Speaker, and all the other issues raised. But Mr. Speaker, let me say this. That is the gist of what the report has captured. But Mr. Speaker, allow me to say this, that Kenya, Mr. Speaker, Kenya, for the first time, Mr. Speaker, under the current constitution, has a written foreign policy with a number of pillars. And Mr. Speaker, for information, these pillars include the economic pillar, the peace pillar, the environmental pillar, the cultural pillar, the diaspora pillar, the ocean and blue economic pillar, the science, technology, and innovation pillar, the global governance and multilateral pillar, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, this being the case, you're also aware, you're a seasoned lawyer, Kenya is a signatory to the Vienna Diplomatic Convention of 1961, which was ratified by over 180 countries, 90 countries, Mr. Speaker, which includes Kenya. Mr. Speaker, I empathize with those Kenyans who have been affected. I sympathize with them, Mr. Speaker. But Kenya is a responsible member of the international community. Mr. Speaker, as a diplomatic practitioner, Mr. Speaker, there are methods of diplomatic communication. There has to be some form of negotiations. There has to be some communication, Mr. Speaker. There has to be some sort of building relationship, Mr. Speaker. And there has to be some sort of promoting interest. And that is the gist of having diplomatic engagement, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, having gone through this report, the dictum, the observations, the recommendations, Mr. Speaker, are contradictory. The dictum, Mr. Speaker, if you go through, and I can see some lawyers here, is injurious, undiplomatic, and Mr. Speaker, and unfriendly. Mr. Speaker, in diplomatic engagement, there are types of relations. There is bilateral relations, there is multilateral relations, Mr. Speaker, and there is triangular relations, Mr. Speaker. All these are anchored under 5 diplomatic formats, Mr. Speaker. There is formal diplomatic engagement. There is informal diplomatic engagement. There is, Mr. Speaker, citizen-based diplomatic engagement. There is conference-based diplomatic engagement. And there's also silent diplomatic engagement, which is called the ice diplomacy, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, taking this into account, the issue I've gone through the report and they say they have issued a summon. They have invited. No, there are different methods of interacting with any diplomatic institution. We have a note verbal. A note verbal, Mr. Speaker, is an informal, unsigned communication, and that the law allows, unless Kenya is in breach of the Vienna Convention. We also have a diplomatic note written formally, and it's signed by whoever is engaged in that format. And we have something called aid memoir, Mr. Speaker. Aid memoir through an MOU, through this. Mr. Speaker, therefore, that note verbal, if there is a mistake, that mistake squarely lies with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, which is the interface between the outside community and Kenya. And therefore, what is our end game? Our end game is to correct injustices while promoting the relationship, the historical relationship that we have had with the British government, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, therefore, this report on one side attempts to address the historical issues affecting the Kenyan people. On the other side, Mr. Speaker, this report attempts and injures the bilateral relationship between Kenya and the UK. Mr. Speaker, Batuk did not find themselves in Kenya by force. They can just be told one morning, go away. You know the understanding. They are here as a result of an MOU. The idea will have been, and I want to correct my friends, this is not the way this thing is done. We should have gone in camera to discuss this. That should have been the first thing. What we are doing, I entirely subscribe to the position taken by the PS Foreign Affairs. This is not the way to deal with diplomatic issues. Mr. Speaker, 2 more minutes.
Give him 2 minutes. Order.
You will learn this.
Order, honorable members.
I want to tell you this. I've done a lot of...
Order. The chair commands the House. So when the chair says 1 more minute or 2 more minutes, you cannot question that. Proceed.
Mr. Speaker, today, and I want my friends, don't do anything in anger. You are all diplomats, and all of you subscribe to parliamentary diplomacy. Our officers are in Haiti as part of our peace-building diplomacy. Our officers have served in the UN as some of the best peace security diplomats, Mr. Speaker. We cannot purport to destroy the historical relationship that we have built with the British people, with the British government, with the outside community, because of a problem that we can correct. As much as I empathize, and there's need to correct that, this is not the way diplomatic engagements are done. I want to urge my colleagues here that this report be withdrawn, be subjected to the other forms of diplomatic engagement. And I can tell you this, write it somewhere. This is going to injure our diplomatic engagement, not only with the UK, but with the other community. Mr. Speaker, I highly agree with Dr. Singo. If you say, so what? Kenya is not a banana republic. We need foreign direct investment. We need diplomatic engagement. We need to protect that image of being a premier republic, Mr. Speaker. That image cannot be protected if we destroy everything that we have built because of our politics. I am aware this is very popular. I am aware this is sentimental. I am aware so many things touch on this. But equally, we have an image to protect. We have a country to protect. Mr. Speaker, I stand here as a person who has been the chair of this committee to totally oppose this report and have this report subjected to other methods of communication between...
Order. You're on a point of order on what? No, he has already sat. You rise on a point of order when a contributor is on his feet or her feet. The Honorable Murugara, the chair of the Legal Justice and Legal Affairs Committee.
Yes.
Just